Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Carol Baskin from Big Cat Rescue, and I am wearing my sock fancy mask that you can even wear with lipstick because of the way that it's fitted. And you can even talk in these things, and they don't fall off of your nose while you're talking. So please be sure to go over to sockfancy.com and look for Big Cat Rescue. Any of the masks that have our logo on it, look at that. They have several different options. I love the big smiley face one. I wear that one all the time because it's so fun. All of those help support the cats. I have a news report for you for news around the world. And I may have mentioned this the other day, but it's worth mentioning again. The United Nations report says that up to 850,000 animal viruses could be caught by humans unless we protect nature. So you definitely want to read that one. And all of these are at bigcatrescue.org/news. There's another one here. A man was mauled by a leopard behind a Davie home. Yeah, Davie, Florida. Of course. Where else would it be but Florida? So this guy, Michael Pogge, had come up on my radar before. Somebody had said he was trafficking in primates, especially like marmosets. That's not my gig. I don't do primates, so I didn't pay any attention until this guy got his head ripped off. Yeah, you see that big bandage there? That's because like his whole ear and his scalp was hanging off after he walked into a cage with a black leopard there at Michael Pogge's backyard zoo and paid $150 apparently to be able to handle the cat, which was a stupid thing for both of them to do. So we are reaching out to both the Florida Wildlife Commission and to USDA to ask them to revoke his license and send the leopard to an accredited sanctuary. The Forest Animal Rescue in Central Florida is willing to take the cat if that will happen. Should definitely not be in the hands of this guy. He said he knew he was breaking the law at the time. It's not legal to charge people to touch adult cats, big cats, and so we will be all over that until some sort of action is taken. There's another story here about 3 tiger cubs from the Tadoba and Hira Tiger Reserve buffer zone, and one of them sadly died before treatment. There is great news about the Iberian Lynx project clawing its way back from the brink of extinction. And I love this project because what they have done is in the natural range where these cats live, not in some zoo in some foreign country, in their natural range, they have these huge enclosures where they breed the cats, they keep people completely away from them, they treat them just like we treat our rehab cats with closed circuit TVs and remote monitors so that they can make sure that things are going right. And then they release the offspring of those cats into the wild. And when those cats are full grown, they're like 40 to 60 pounds. They're not 400 to 600 pounds. So they're not going to get in trouble with people like a tiger would. So it's wonderful to see that this can work with some of the smaller cat species who have been extirpated from areas due to overhunting, and they're now able to get back into their home ranges. So I am loving that. And then there's a story about Howie and I having a collectible figure. It's out now on YouTube's, and it's so adorable. So I'm not sure which way it goes, like this. So it's me on my wedding day and Howard on our wedding day in his caveman outfit. That's so fun. I bet people are going to be buying those to put them on top of wedding cakes from now till eternity. At least I hope so, because the money goes to helping us protect the cats. So I gotta love that. And that is from U2s, not YouTube, U2s. That's YOUTOOZ. And I'm sure if you just go there and search Baskin, you will find us. T.S. Maha Shadiskar decide to work in tandem to protect tigers, so that's a great collaboration. A prowling bobcat in Castine got everybody saying, it's a mountain lion, it's Sasquatch, it's a bobcat. It's usually a bobcat. Whenever people call me and say they've seen some giant cat, it's usually a 20 to 30 pound bobcat. They just look a lot bigger than your domestic cat, and they are so much more fierce. They sound so scary. It just freaks people out, but it's just bobcat doing bobcat stuff, which is really good stuff for you. It's keeping the vermin in check, and that helps keep our ecosystem in balance, and so just leave them alone and they will leave you alone. There's also an editorial about proposed regulations, and it says wild animals belong in the wild. Yeah, that's in Malta. They get it. Why don't we get it? What is wrong with us? I'll tell you what's wrong with us. Coronavirus is wrong with us, and it just impacted an 11-year-old tiger at the zoo in Knoxville. And I got to wonder how on earth that happens because our keepers wear masks. They wear their sock fancy masks so that they are not spreading disease to the cats. But apparently, that cat got too close to a person and contracted this awful disease. In Maharashtra, there was a tiger blamed for 8 human kills, and that cat was captured and sadly will spend the rest of its life in a zoo, which is just about a life worse than death for most cats who were born in the wild. A missing tigress was located within Nayar Safari Park, and there were efforts on to capture it. I don't know if this is the same one or not. I'll have to read the articles to see. And all you have to do is click on each one of these articles to read the whole article. The Maharashtra tigress, had 2 frail cubs, and they were able to rescue them, but one of them sadly has died. And then there was a escaped captive born tiger in Kerala News in India. It was captured 24 hours after it escaped from a cage. And then there was an interesting article here in the Bangkok Post. And it says COVID-19's impact on the world has been worse than any terrorist act or natural disaster over the last century. But as the global community furiously seeks a vaccine and continues to spend billions of dollars on economic recovery, the chairman of Thailand-based Bgrim company, Harold Link, draws attention to what he thinks is better, lasting, and less expensive cure. Protecting nature. Yeah, stop eating wild animals, and we won't be spreading these kinds of diseases across. They're called zoonotic diseases when they jump from animals to humans or back again, like with the case of that poor tiger at the Knoxville Zoo. I also have a coordinator report. This one is from Jennifer Russick from 16 hours ago, and she says, "What a Sunday fun day. Barbara Brooks and Linda Licht started the day with supplements and AM meds. Rebecca Williams and Michael Peters led the virtual feeding tour. The rest of the team, Barbara, Deidre, Richie, Lisa Spencer Novak, Jennifer Russick, Jordan Alain, fed the rest of the cats. The weather was nice and the cats were hungry. Sarah Dupree aced her cleaning class and got her yellow shirt and started cleaning today. Regina Turgeon and Michael led the project group who worked on Max and Marianne, the Bobcats' enclosure. Later, they were joined by Rebecca, Lisa, and Robin Fry to finish the project. Their enclosure looks amazing. Rebecca took Robin and Michael out for enrichment sign-offs, while Deidre and Barbara handed out blood sickles. Sarah led the charge in food prep, and her co-workers all pitched in. Tut, King Tut, the Savannah cat, loved the song Lisa sang to him, and he even had backup singers. Finally, Mama Becky Gagliardo made sure all of the cats got their PM meds and snacks. Thanks for a productive and fun Sunday." And I guess, yeah, I had another one here too from Angie Gabor, who said, and this was from October the 31st, Halloween, "Another full house today. We started the day a little cooler than usual, with Rich helping Babs get set up for AM supplements, and Lauren did meds. June and Julie got sign-offs for feeding the little cats. The feeders for today were Babs, Dylan, Maureen, Fred, Kristen, Rich, Sarah, Amanda, Catherine, and Becky. Little cat cleaners today were Kristen, Julie, June, Sarah C., Babs, Maureen, Matt, Dylan, Amanda, and Fred. The project for today was raking leaves. Lots of raking was done throughout the sanctuary by Taylor, Amanda, Monisha, Sarah, Susan, Johnny, Bree, Jane, Sebastian, and Bridget. Singing Halloween happened with Lisa and Jinx, the black leopard. Thank you to Lisa and Dylan for getting food prep done. The afternoon had more leaf raking, but there was some kitty fun times with enrichment and operant conditioning. It was a fun day overall. Thank you for spending Halloween with our awesome cats." And we have our Carol Baskin Halloween costume contest that they will be voting on soon, I think. And I have been watching those as they came in, and they are so fun. And I didn't know until today, well, actually yesterday, I unwrapped this package from Honey Me. and they had sent me this big basket full of these beautiful shirts. Can you see this shirt? So this is so perfect for me. It's long in the back, covers my butt. It's pleated in the front, and yet it's very nice and fitted at the top, and it's got the 3/4 length sleeves. And they sent me a whole basket full of those, which would have been great for Dancing with the Stars, because you have to wear like tights and stuff for being able to move your feet around well and not having a bunch of floaty pants like I usually have. And these kinds of tops would have been really nice with that and helped kind of disguise my aging figure. But it didn't arrive there before I got scratched from the lineup. And so then they had to ship it back to Tampa, and it just arrived yesterday, which was my anniversary. So I didn't take time to open the box until I got back. And when I did, I found all of these beautiful tops. They are like all in cat prints and all different kinds of cat prints, but they're like no wrinkle material. And I love that because I don't spend any time on my clothing, very little on my makeup or my hair. It has to be like, right out of the drawer and onto my body. And so that is what this is. And I love them. I love them. So thank you, Honey Me. But if people had had access to Honey Me, if I'd been talking about it, I think there would have been so many more people who could have done Carol Baskin costumes really legit. But the ones that I saw were fantastic. You guys did an amazing job. And apparently somebody out there was capitalizing on Carol Baskin clothing, because it was not me. I don't have a line yet, sadly. Yeah, we really missed the ball on that one, because I bet there were tons of those tops that were sold. And I so wish that I could have given Honey Me the business, since they were so nice to me. That's HoneyMe at honeymeusa.com. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for giving me such a wonderful anniversary yesterday, and all the things that you do for our cats all the time. I really appreciate every single one of you for sharing the plight of them, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Stay cool, cats.